First of all, let me be frank by saying that I have never actually had much interest in watching Spanish movies. Aside from Netflix La Casa de Papel or Money Heist, I have rarely explored that world. I am not saying Spanish films are either good nor bad, but for me, they have always seemed to remain within a certain niche market, never truly breaking out the way Hollywood or even Korean productions often do. That is why I was genuinely surprised when I came across the Culpa universe. Yes, it is a real thing, and no, I am not making it up. Even though every word is spoken in Spanish, the tone, the world building, and the emotional weight fit so well, and that is why it pulls you regardless of the language barrier. The story centers around Noah, the main character, and yes, she is a girl. Noah is easily the strongest part of the show, and she carries the entire story on her back. While most of the other characters range from forgettable to downright annoying, while the villains sometimes come off as shallow, and while the plot occasionally dips into mediocrity with inconsistent tones, Noah keeps it all alive. She's written with depth, complexity, and strength, making her someone you actually want to root for. The core of Culpa follows Noah after her mother marries an incredibly wealthy man. Her childhood was a nightmare, her biological father was abusive, and her mother barely survived that marriage within an inch of her life. To see Noah escape that trauma and end up in a multi-million-dollar mansion with her new stepfather feels like a complete shift in reality. But in that house, she meets Nick, her new stepbrother. Nick fits every stereotype of the spoiled rich kid. He's a reckless driver, a womanizer, arrogant, and careless. At first, Noah cannot stand him. The tension is clear in the very first episode, but as the story unfolds, her resentment slowly transforms into complicated feelings and eventually undeniable attraction. Their parents naturally do everything possible to stop this relationship. They see it as a mistake, a disaster waiting to happen, and they try to forcefully intervene at every turn. But love, or perhaps obsession, cannot be easily controlled. Noah and Nick fall deeply for each other, and despite the chaos around them, are unashamed of their relationship. This forbidden romance becomes the heart of Culpa, driving the story forward and keeping audiences glued to the screen. Now, here is my honest take. I actually like the series. No, scratch that. I am borderline obsessed with it. Believe it or not, it is 20 times better than 50 Shades of Grey. At least Culpa manages to have roles that are never broken, characters that stick to their motivations, and a story, though sometimes weak, still makes sense. Watching Noah is a treat. Her struggles, her burst of happiness, her anger, her vulnerability, all of it feels authentic and keeps me invested. I cannot fully explain why, but Culpa has me hooked. It is messy, dramatic, frustrating at times, and yet it is also thrilling, addictive, and surprisingly emotional. If you have never given Spanish productions a chance, this might be the one that convinces you to dive in.